お前はもう死んでいる。何？
Hello there everyone, Gamma here from Team Omega Summon, praise the Omega. It's been a while since I brought you guys deck profiles, so I thought it was about time we do that. So today we're profiling Dino Wrestlers. Yes, Dino Wrestlers, not dinosaurs, Dino Wrestlers. I love this archetype, it has great potential, and Pankratops, well, is one of the new staple cards that you can play in every deck. It's wonderful and just generic. But I thought it would be fun to give out pure Dino Wrestlers since they're getting new support, which I'm really looking forward to. And of course, dinosaurs who fight. Everyone plays Kung Fu Fighting song would be appropriate right now. But hey, let's get right into the deck profile. This is pure Dino Wrestlers. Well, pure, there is some dinosaur cards in here, but of course when it fits so well with the archetype, why wouldn't you? First off, we play 3 copies of Dinowrestlers Pankratops. Of course, we play this card. This card is so wonderfully generic, you can play it in every single deck. You can special summon this card when your opponent controls more monsters than you do, and you can tribute the Dinowrestler monster. Either this one, most of the times this will be this one, that's where it's used for, to destroy a card on the field. Now, isn't that wonderful? And of course 2600 beater, level 7, so if you want to actually play it in dinosaurs, you can play it with double evolution pill. Then we have our searcher in Dinowrestler Stegosaur. Stegosaur can be, when Stegosaur is special summoned, you can search a Dinowrestler or World Dino Wrestling from your deck. And if this card's in the graveyard and during the end phase and your opponent has more monsters than you, you can special summon a Dinowrestler from your graveyard except for the Stegosaur. A really great card, vastly summonable with World Dino Wrestling's effect from the graveyard. That's why it's so wonderful. Plus 1900 attack, it's basically the Strauss for that. 3 copies of Dinowrestler Capoeiraptor. Capoeiraptor has a very interesting effect. It cannot be destroyed by battle when it's in attack position, and when it's attacked it goes to defense position. And during your standby phase, if this card's in defense position, you can special summon a Capoeiraptor from your deck. You can really summon a copy of this card. Of course, this would be the best strategy is of course to use this card with World Dino Wrestling, because World Dino Wrestling only allows 1 monster to attack. So that, and therefore you can summon the field for a link play. If we had more support, I would definitely cut this down, because it's not the best and it requires a lot of setup and your opponent must really fall for it, which in most cases won't happen. But it's still a good card right now until we get more support. And then we have 3 copies of Dinowrestler Capotera. This card has a very good effect. When your opponent has more monsters than you, you can send 1 card your monster your opponent controls to the graveyard. Send, not destroy. Very important. Very important. It's absolutely great in that aspect. And when this card is used for a link summon of a Dinowrestler or link monster, that monster gains 1000 attack until the end of the turn. So definitely a free off. Capotera is definitely my, aside from Pankratops, my favorite design wise. It's a very wonderful card and very creative. But yeah, your opponent does need to have more monsters than you to have this effect go off, which is kind of sad, but it's still sent to the graveyard and not destroyed, which makes this card absolutely great in that aspect. And that's it for the Dinowrestler cards. Of course, now we're going into the more generic supports. We have 2 copies of Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. Of course, it's dinosaur, so you can absolutely play this card. If you want to go in a casual tournament where this is banned, this is not a good option. But of course, it's all dinosaurs, so Ultimate Conductor Tyranno is a must. It can win you games. It's probably one of my absolute favorite monsters, of course. 3 copies of Soul Eating Oviraptor. Because, well, it's Soul Eating Oviraptor, it's Dinosaur's card. This card is a must-have. A Searcher or Foolish Burial whenever you need it. So I think this card is just absolutely perfect in that aspect. And then finally 1 copy of Miscellaneous Swords, because it's sadly at 1. But this can help protect your place and give you field presence when you need it. Now onto the spell cards. We have 3 copies of Fossil Dick, aka the better version of Rhoda, which is just, well, it's a dinosaur deck, so of course. 3 copies of World Dino Wrestling, this is the field spell of the deck. When you have Dinowrestler monster on the field, both players can only attack with 1 monster, so this is what makes this card so powerful. And when this card is in the graveyard, you can ban it. If your opponent has more monsters than you can banish it and special summon a Dinowrestler from your deck. So absolutely a great card, definitely a must-have and free of. And to combat with that, we have 3 copies of Foolish Burial Goods to send World Dino Wrestling to the graveyard. Getting this card in the graveyard when you go second, because you like to go second with this deck, is a very good start to make your plays. You can summon your Stegosaur, search all the cards you need. It really depends. For XD's plays, Link plays. 2 copies of Terraforming to search the field spell. I don't think this card is the best option. You can play it at 1 if you want to, because you don't really want to draw into this. You'd rather have it in your graveyard. But in some cases it can help. You can definitely take this card out and take in a more Dark Hole or something. 2 copies of Twin Sister, because this is an aggro deck and it hates back row. so Twin Twister is an absolute must. 2 copies of Guard by the Grave to stop the hand traps. 2 copies of Scapegoat because, well, it's capable for more link plays. It's a 1-card Borolo Dragon, or Borosword if you want to. I don't personally have Borosword, but if you do, it's definitely a must-have. This card will probably be taken out when new support comes out, because it does kind of gloggy, but for now it's just a great card to have. 1 Raigeki and 1 Monster Reborn, because it's Raigeki and it's Monster Reborn. It's very simple as that. If you want to run Dark Hole, that's also an option, but I find Raigeki to be the better option. And finally, for our traps, we have the Solemn Grade, 2 copies of Solemn Strike and 1 Solemn Judgment, just to stop the plays, because in the cases that you do go first, this card can work really well. I'm not sure if Dinowrestlers work better going first or second, but by the cases I think it works well. Then to the extra deck, we have Evil Czar, Lagia and Dolka, of course Solemn Judgment and Solemn Strike on legs, I mean extra more negates, what more can you want, and just good in any dinosaur deck. Then we have the Utopia package of Utopia and the Lightning. And that's basically all the XYZ monsters we have. It's very simple. 1 Agave Dragon. This card has an effect dependent on the type of monsters you use, either dinosaur, dragon, sea serpent or worm. Most of the time only dinosaur effect will go in and the dragon effect. But I find it to be a generic link 4, so it's just very good. And and I love the design. 2 copies of Dinowrestler King to Wrestle, the boss monster of the deck. A very good card. It has Ancient Gear Golem-like effect. Your opponent can activate spells or traps when you attack with this card. That one makes it so absolutely phenomenal. 3000 attack, and during before the start of your opponent's battle phase, you can target 1 monster in the field. That monster has to attack first, or otherwise the other monsters cannot attack. And if that monster does not declare an attack, it's destroyed. Absolutely fun card. I can't wait for the more support and the fusion monster. 1 Mrs. Radiant, because most of the deck is Earth, so this is kind of appropriate. 1 Reproducers, because dinosaurs, and link 2. 1 Borolo Dragon. 1 Nightmare Twins with Cerberus and Phoenix. And for the Scapegoat case, 1 Proxy Dragon and 2 copies of Linkspire. I would definitely recommend getting Linkuriboh in there. I don't have Linkuriboh on my side, but if you have it, play this instead of the second Link Spider. So that worked better. And that was basically it for the extra deck. This was my deck profile on Dinowrestlers. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know if you're excited for the new support as I am, because I really am. I can't wait. And let me know what you guys want to see more. We recently got a new member on our team named Lambda. Yeah, I know. But still, great guy. I can't wait to show you videos with him. So everyone, let me know what you like about this deck profile. Let me know what you want to see more. And hopefully we can, well, adhere to your call. Dit was Gamer from Team Omega Summon. Praise the Omega and have a wonderful day.